We are pleased to welcome you to the Lighthouse Church.
Follow Christ into the waters of baptism. Water baptism will be held on Friday, 31st of May after the 12:30 p.m. service at the baptism pool. The next baptism class will be held on 14th June at 1:45 p.m.
During Ramadan, all are invited to pray for Christ's light to break forth in the nations who do not yet know Him. We will meet at TLC Mishrif this Saturday, June 1st from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. On Monday, 3rd of June, prayer will take place at the same time in the annex.
Take heart, the family that prays together stays together. TLC Family Prayer on Tuesday, 4th June will be combined with the prayer during Ramadan in the Lighthouse from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m.
The Someone Cares Ministry invites you to join them on Saturday, June 8th to visit the Jalib shelter and share the love of Christ with people who need it. For more information, please contact Mrs. Peachy on 995-17980.
Church, please see the bulletin for the new service timings, which will begin on Friday, June 7th. This is relevant for both compound and mission services.
All those going on summer vacation, please remember to submit your monthly commitment for child or senior sponsorship program before traveling.
Guest speaker John Falmer from Dubai will be visiting us on Friday, June 7th. Come expecting to be blessed.
My name is John Fulmer. I grew up in North Carolina. I grew up in a church-going home, in a nominally Christian home, but the churches that we attended were not centered on the gospel. In fact, I was lost. My main goal in life was to make a name for myself. So I became a lawyer, and I wound up in Washington, D.C. working for my home state senator. I was where I wanted to be, and yet when I got there, it wasn't all that I'd hoped that it would be. In fact, I was empty. Being in the very seat of power wasn't what it promised to be. And so I was lonely, I was disappointed, I was unfulfilled. And one day I was running past a building and I noticed it had a green sign on it that said Capitol Hill Baptist Church. And so I began attending, and for the first time ever, I began hearing the gospel preached clearly and exceedingly powerfully. And I didn't like it. I didn't like what it said about God, and I didn't like what it said about me. I was observing the lives of the people in this congregation, and what I noticed was that they were relating to one another differently than I was relating to them. What I mean is, I went in there because I wanted something from them, but they were self-sacrificially giving themselves freely to one another. They had a quality of relationship that was alien to me. I came to realize that God is holy and that I am a sinner and that I was under the just condemnation of a perfect and righteous God. One day after church, I went home to my apartment and I was sitting there on my bed by myself reading John chapter 3, where Jesus says to Nicodemus, I tell you the truth, no one can see the kingdom of God unless he is born again. And in that moment, I realized that I was a moral failure. I realized that there was no way I could just turn over a new leaf and try harder. I realized that I needed a new life. And by God's grace alone, I repented of my sin and put my trust in Jesus Christ on that day. 7 years ago, I went out to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, where I've been pastoring the United Christian Church of Dubai, and where we have seen, by God's grace, much fruit, including many more people come to bow the knee and acknowledge Jesus Christ as Lord.
That's all, church. See the bulletin for further details. Keep in touch with us online on tlckuwait.com. God bless you.